Good afternoon, my dear viewer. Welcome to today's news, Younib at 1. Of course, you're right on time for the lunchtime hour news. But before our news, let's first go see the highlights.
This section outlines a sustained crackdown on civil liberties. This includes the use of excessive and unnecessary force by the National Police Service.
Sisi pia kama board members wa KOTU tayari tumeshamalizana na mambo ya kuendorse Dr. Atwoli 2026 election.
Kwa taarifa kwangu, usichukue ya mtu mwingine. Polisi ameua watu, nimekuhesabia ya kwanza huko nani ya pili, alafu tena sita imekuwa. Ni polisi ina uniform kama ya kwako.
We have pending salary arrears that has been with the government for the last 2 years, which they have only paid 10%. 90% is still remaining with them.
As much as the Constitution protects his right, so does the Constitution protect the rights of the victim. So when I saw the tears, I saw a victim in court. They need to be heard.
And to start us off, rights groups in the country are now calling on the Director of Public Prosecution to release a list of people charged in connection with the killing of young people during last year's Gen Z protest. Amnesty International is citing, or rather, a recent BBC investigation report that has exposed officers involved in the killings. Here is the report.
This section outlines a sustained crackdown on civil liberties. This includes the use of excessive and unnecessary force by the National Police Service during the 2024 nationwide protests. Updated figures indicate that at least 65 individuals, Kenyan citizens, were killed. These actions were designed to create a climate of fear for those expressing legitimate public criticism and dissent.
Fair and balanced, and so that we can have a proper story that also shows the two sides of the situation. For example, they show a parliament being burnt, but they don't show who is doing it. They seem to minimize the various, the vandalization that happened in parliament. And going forward, because we cannot have a country that also is led through anarchy.
On to other stories, the board of the Central Organization of Trade Unions, KOTU, has retracted the announcement made last week by Francis Atwoli, the long-time Secretary General of the Workers' Organization, that he will step down as its head. Atwoli has been Secretary General for 24 years, will now be defending his post in the 2026 election calendar. This is according to the KOTU board.
Sisi pia kama board members wa KOTU tayari tumeshamalizana na mambo ya kuendorse Dr. Atwoli 2026 election kama kiongozi wetu.
KOTU is not me. And KOTU in Africa, let nobody cheat you, is one of the most powerful trade union organization. Powerful. Kama KOTU spearheaded for the first African, in Africa, the whole continent, kuchukua International Labour Organization kama Director General. Sio mchezo. Mimi nataka kuambia nyinyi, sio mbali sana, because wale nilipata hapa hawako hapa mbele. Hivi karibuni I will exit with all this group.
So before someone assumes that there's a vacancy in KOTU, he should have sought some clarifications from him. How soon is soon? Our understanding is there's no vacancy, and we are going to vote him back.
The situation remains tense in Angata Barikoi area in the Transmara border in Narok County, where 5 people were shot dead in a land dispute. Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja today led security officers to inspect the area and has now ordered the transfer of senior officers stationed in the area. Kanja has said the police officer responsible for shooting 5 people will carry their crosses.
Kwa taarifa kwangu, usichukue ya mtu mwingine. Polisi ameua watu, nimekuhesabia ya kwanza huko nani ya pili, alafu jana 6 imekuwa. Ni polisi ina uniform kama ya kwako, ana G3, ana AK, anapiga mtu risasi. Nakuja hapa mnasema nyinyi ni serikali. Kama sio sisi, nyinyi mnakuwa serikali ya nani? Title linatengenezwaje kama nyinyi ni serikali mara mbili? Inatengenezwa ya kwanza, alafu unaanganisha ingine ya pili. Sasa ni sisi au ni nyinyi?
Wakaulizwa na hawa raia, nani aliwaambia nyinyi mtume askari kupiga sisi? County commissioner was not aware of any operation here. County commandant was not aware of any operation here. How do you order an operation of that magnitude without even informing the county commander?
Hii style ya kupiga watu kichwa ilitoka wapi IG? Hii ya kupiga kabisa risasi yenye by the time una pull the trigger you know somebody's life is about to end. And that person is in uniform. IG, don't leave this place without taking action kwa wale officers ambao umeambiwa.
Polisi yote ambao ameoperate outside the law anabeba msalaba yake. Tuko pamoja? Anabeba msalaba yake. Tuko na DCIO huyo atolewe hapa aende mahali nyingine. Wanaamini huyo utoe hapa apeleka huko kwako headquarters huko.
So we are appealing to the government, at least Ministry of Lands waje chini with this week watatue issue ya hiyo shamba. Sisi kama wanachama Angata Reform Society, sisi hatutaki vita na mtu yoyote. We are law abiding citizens.
On Tuesday, the union employers at Chemilil Sugar Company put down their tools in protest of the company's illegal lease to private investors. According to the workers who were accompanied by their representative, the company has not yet paid the 2-year-old arrears. They demanded that all of their debts be settled before letting the investor take over the miller.
We have pending salary arrears that has been with the government for the last 2 years, which they have only paid 10%. 90% is still remaining with them. We would want whoever is coming to pay wholesomely all the arrears. We also have our collective bargaining agreements.
Hii factory hawajategemea miwa yao peke yao, huwa nategemea miwa kutoka nje. Na kwa sababu hiyo miwa ambao huwa tunaisanya iletwe hapa factory, hawaja tuambia hii factory kama kuna harakati ya kuenda mpaka waje watuulize. Na tumewahi kuiona faida ya hii factory.
They are also parents. When they are planning these things, they are supposed to know we have children in the local schools here. Yeah. We should arrange transfers of our children to our home areas. Yeah. These are not considered. How will our children be transferred? And this the new system. It is not easy to transfer a child. So we want our money first.
My dear viewer, going for a short break. We'll be back with more stories.
Ever the best. Hallelujah. Ever the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. The primary suspect in the murder of Multimedia University student Sylvia Kemunto has entered a not guilty plea to the allegations after being detained for 21 days to allow for more investigation. Mutinda made an appearance before Justice Diana Muchache at the Kibera High Court. Through his attorney, he requested liberal bond terms. However, the prosecution rejected the motion, arguing that Mutinda lacks a stable residence and is therefore a flight risk. Additionally, authority cautioned that he might tamper with witnesses, the majority of whom are multimedia university students, before deciding on a bond. Justice Machache said the court will wait for the report from a probation officer. The case will be discussed once more on May 29th this year.
As much as the Constitution protects his right, so does the Constitution protect the rights of the victim. So when I saw the tears, I saw a victim in court. They need to be heard. So you have told me he's not a flight risk. I do not know him. So it's the social worker who will go and investigate. Is he a flight risk? Where was he arrested? He is a suspect right now. He's innocent until deemed guilty.
Which are grounds that are very, very compelling, very moving, that bond should not be given to these suspects up until the matter is heard and determined.
We have instructions. We'll be writing to the Director of Public Prosecution and the DCI to widen the gap, to widen the net, to arrest those who assisted the killer to kill Sylvia. And we shall also be moving to get the university administration and security apparatus to be arrested and be charged for having been conspirators and abettors in this heinous crime.
In protest of the government tardiness in certifying the permanent and pensionable terms, UHC employees staged a large demonstration outside the Afia House. The protests came when Health CS Aden Duale was given a 3-week ultimatum that expired without any action. CS Duale, however, committed to providing a formal response by next Tuesday following a 3-hour meeting behind closed doors. But according to the union leaders, workers will go on strike again in full force if the demands are not met.
He can be able to prepare and look at his house and find a solution that is acceptable and that we have been looking for the last 4 months. Unfortunately, today is the 4th week. There's no feedback that has been given to us.
Now on Tuesday, sema Tuesday. Tuesday. Sisi wote tutaamuka, wale waliokufa na wale waliolala. Tunaelewana? Tunataka sikizeni hapa. Tunataka, sijasema tumekufa, hata kama unajua kulipo 10,000 20, ni kama umekufa.
Comrades power. The meeting is scheduled at 10 a.m. Sasa nyinyi hiyo siku tunakuja mapema. By 8, we have our prayers outside here, and then when we'll be done with the meeting, we'll be coming with the CS to address you on what has come out. But in case there's no letter for transitioning to P&P and there's no gratuity, we will do a night vigil here. Same a night vigil.
There is money to give members of parliament, and there is no money to employ UEC to P&P. This is body banners.
On Matter Sports, the 2025 AFCON Under-20 Championship, which began on Sunday in Egypt, is being contested by 13 countries. Young footballers are anticipated to use the competition as a stage to display their skills and ideally attract the attention of the numerous sectors who have been dispatched to the North African nations. Kenya has been placed in Group B alongside Nigeria, Morocco, and Tunisia.
Nasema FIFA wametoa tournament mzuri kwa sababu kutakuwa na Africa Cup Under 20 na bado World Cup Under 20 kila year. So hiyo inamaanisha our players watakuwa exposed out here, na unajua hapa tunaita soko ya wachezaji. Kwa hivyo hapa we have a lot of agents watakuja kuangalia players. I think hao walianza hizi vitu zao mapema kujenga technical centers, na I think pia sisi tumeland sana kwa sababu tumekuwa ya Dubai, tumekuwa ile iko Qatar, tumekuwa nikicheza nimeona technical centers mingi, timu zetu zimekuwa na technical centers, so I think sasa ni high time pia Kenya tuanzishe yetu na soon tunaanzisha yetu.
Mimi naweza sema so far so good. Tuna train poa. Kila mchezaji ana show up na aim yetu sisi sote ni kuwin tournament. Ni pressure poa sana. Kuna wachezaji wengi wako under 20 lakini mimi kwa among the list ni opportunity pia na take opportunity vizuri.
We have come to the end of our news today. My name is Elias Muchina, and remember to stay tuned to our do have yourself a wonderful day.